Join us as we tour RavenWolf Manor, a 135-year-old Victorian home built in 1890 nestled in Texas. This remarkable estate functions both as a residence and a haunted bed and brunch and event space, embodying Gothic holiday elegance and folklore, rendering it perfect for a Dickensian Christmas celebration. Cue in the Christmas music. Nice. Wait, go back? Snow.
Send out the eviction notices tomorrow. I don't care if it is Christmas. They should have thought about that and paid on time. It isn't personal, it's just business.
Hi, my name is Lawyer Douglas, and welcome to RavenWolf Manor. For our foyer tree, I wanted to display a tree that has history, showing all the decades that RavenWolf Manor has been in existence, and all the Christmases past that were celebrated here.
Christmas to me should feel passed down. It should feel like an inherited heirloom.
I prefer a tree that invites you in and makes your eyes dance through the limbs, finding something new the more you look. Here's my vintage Santa collection. I love goofy and creepy vintage Santas, but I especially love Santas whose heads are shaped like a crescent moon. For parts of the foyer, I wanted a wintry feel where the ice feels like delicate crystals.
This is part of my Christmas Carol collection.
If you're like me and enjoy having trees of different eras, the best way to do it, instead of committing to a larger tree, is just to have tabletop trees, which I have several of them throughout my manor. In our parlor of curiosities, I was inspired by the 1910s and 1920s, where everything felt luxurious. Also in our parlor, I've created my favorite scene from Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol, when Marley appears to Scrooge. This is by far my favorite scene in the entire novel. In my dining room, I was inspired by the Ghost of Christmas Present and how he appears to Scrooge, and also Fezziwig's Christmas Party. A couple of years ago, I made a video where I took a toy that I found at Goodwill, and it was a princess castle toy, and I took it and turned it into a gingerbread castle. It quickly went viral and for all the wrong reasons. In the comments were people trying to tell me that I robbed Christmas from a little girl, and then there were other people in the comments arguing with them about that. Christmas to me and Christmas decor should tell stories. Stories that talk about nostalgia, about grandmothers, about grandfathers, about the magic and wonder of Christmas and Christmases past. In the butler's pantry, I am displaying a Christmas village that belonged to my late mother-in-law. She loved this Christmas village so much, and it feels like a complete privilege to me to be able to have it here in my home and also display it. I used antique and vintage silver to display it and give it levels of interest, and to harken back to the silver platters that the butlers would use in the butler's pantry. While designer trees are very popular right now, I didn't want a tree that people would look at and immediately know exactly where I bought all the ornaments. It is very important to me that my tree is not only pretty, but it also has a soul. I love a rotating Christmas tree. Here, I went with the Ghost of Christmas Present and the abundant way that he appears to Scrooge. I took my collection of vintage toys and I gave them a proper place under the tree. Many of these toys were mine when I was a kid. I want a Christmas that feels carefully curated through the ages and not something that is mass-produced or a micro-trend. I want a Christmas that feels personal, that feels emotional, one that you're not only seeing it on the outside, but you're also experiencing it inside. Krampus has been a part of my Christmas tradition years before it became trendy in the US. Our Krampus stands 10.5 feet tall, wearing a traditionally Germanic-inspired outfit. For the upstairs, we have a very scary Krampus. I think it's even scarier than the one downstairs. He always gives me the creeps when I'm up here. What you see is actually a costume that I made that I used to wear for an event that I would throw called Pictures with Krampus. Thank you so much for visiting me and spending time with me. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and as Tiny Tim would say, God bless us, everyone.